if people haven't met you, probably they didn't know the history of the work that you involve. Can you just, one of the things I know is like you're part of the Auckland Council ethnic panel. Is that called ethnic?
No, I think now it's called Ethnic People's Advisory Panel.
Yeah. So you've been there as members for how many years?
This is my second term, and it's my last term.
Yeah. And what else? There's many more, but I want you to say, share it. Yeah.
So, start with very humble beginnings. I'm the co-founder of Wellbeing Charitable Trust.
Yeah, the CEO. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then, during the years of work, we do several projects as Think Differently for the Disability Project. We do the Family Violence Prevention projects. We do the Skip Parenting projects. And then it was the Hawaiki Project, which is very challenging at the time because you kind of work in between 3 different cultures.
Yeah.
The Taiwanese culture, the Western culture, and the Māori culture.
Yeah.
And it was, I remember me saying that I've been here more than a decade.
Yeah.
That's when I only started.
So there's a lot more that you evolve. So that would be one of your
my opening.
Yeah, most significant, isn't it? Because that involves. I let you explain. So what's the project about?
It wasn't an easy start, though, because you are connecting Taiwanese Indigenous people and Māori people, and I want to bring Māori youth to Taiwan to actually see the real connections between the Indigenous people.
Yeah, so
wasn't an easy start.
Yes,
but I was, like I said, I was always lucky.
It's not luck.
My Māori partner, Marana Hamilton, and the family, they're really dedicated to their hapu.
Awesome.
So,
which hapu is it? Okay.
Ngāti Manu, Karaja Madai.
Okay.
So, that's where we started.
Yeah.
So we do the fundraising, we do the we do the whānau, we do the, I got my kids involved too, and in a way, I think it's part of life. It's work, but it's also part of life. I see my kids are more confident in speaking to Māori than English.
Wow.
Arthur, at the time, he tried to speak to Māori to one of the queer, and he was very confident to practice kapa haka was adequate. And Emery and Claudia, I think that's some inspiring from them as well.
Wow.
Where they found their sense of belonging, from the kapa haka from their primary school.
Excellent.
And so I keep encouraging them that you should learn Māori.
Yeah.
And so they went on intermediate school learning kapa haka in Māori, and high school learning te reo Māori.
Wow. So
two of them,
So they can speak te reo?
Yes, 2 of them can.
Wow.
And I didn't expect too much from the boys, so before COVID, Arthur was able to do a karakia.
Oh wow! Amazing.
He was practicing on the way to school, and then I had that film because I was really touching of trying.
Yeah.
And he was one of the kids who has language therapists from school. So for him to be able to do a karakia himself, it's significant.
It is. Yeah.
And that's also become part of my passion, and to see the 2 words merged together.
So the purpose of the project is to bring New Zealand's Māori Aboriginal people to meet with the Taiwanese Aboriginal people as a mutual exchange of culture, because of what has been discovered of, there was the trade of tracing back to that there was a link between Māori and Taiwan Aboriginal people. So that's very meaningful project to you to see how it was being connected to the exchange.
Yeah. And it's home. It's home. So you kind of always have the passion to home.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a very humble start. We don't have support from the government.
Yeah.
We didn't. And So we had to do fundraising ourselves. And then one thing I keep saying, because, as you working in the community, you're quite open to various things happening.
Yes.
So at one stage, the girls say that they want to be the host.
Yeah.
Then I give the mic to them and say, you go ahead. This is what I need you to do. And just be, creative.
Yes.
And they did.
Wow.
And so there's 3 girls on the stage. One speak English, one speak Mandarin, and one speak Taiwan.
Wow.
And
amazing.
And I don't know how they did it, but they did it.
So that was in Taiwan.
No,
Yeah. Oh, wow. So, so the Taiwan Aboriginal people came over. Oh, wow.
So we host them in the restaurant.
Awesome.
And I was like,
how many days they were?
There were 2 weeks.
Wow.
So we want them to feel their hospitality from us. And so we had the dinner and then the kapa haka, and they also have their traditional performance as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm feeling too old to be amongst these kids, but we too cool to pay for an MC.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll do it, but
But that's what community projects is about, isn't it? It's that authentic, organic approach of warm and love. It's not about the staging. It's not about how, but it's that real love and human connection.
Yeah, so the welcoming and manakitanga.
Yeah, manakitanga, that was the word, yeah.
And then so when the girls step up and say they want to be MC, which is great.
Yeah.
And I say to them that make sure you call those political people on the stage, because they're probably going to say no if I call them up, but they're not going to say no to the young people. So everyone on the stage goes, I wasn't expected to speak, but they're politicians. So they will know what to say.
Where was it held? So that was...
It was in Papa Toi Toi Chinese restaurant. The restaurant owner is always nice to us. So we always have the space to do the work and the fundraising as well. And one of the fundraising, one of them was in labor in the hospital. So it's supposed to be 2 of us doing all that auction fundraising, whatever. And so I just had to go on the stage and say that, oh, well, my partner is in labor in the hospital. And everyone understand that.
Yeah. Wow.
I believe...
How much money you guys raised?
Well, even we will be able to raise $5,000.
That's quite a big job.
It is. But it's only enough to cover half.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then it shows how much passion you got from the community.
Yeah.
And so it carries on, and then COVID happens. What is really touches me is that I'm not a crying person, but every time when we're in the airport, it doesn't matter who is leaving. It's always a crying scene.
Oh, wow.
And I remember one of the things that I was filming, and rolling my eyes was, girls, this is your 3rd time crying.
So they form really genuine friendships.
Well, even until now, they still connect with each other. That they're planning to visit the place. Yeah.
Is the project still going on?
Yes.
So is there a page where people can go to and donate or anything?
The thing is, we had this Facebook page.
Yes.
And as you know, my Facebook page got hacked.
Yeah.
I lost the ownership or manager.
Yes.
So the page is still there, but I won't be able to do anything unless we want to update it. But we're gonna resume that soon, because COVID is gone, and would like this work to continually pick the rural space there where you can see the kids might be not as connected as central people. And it was really, it's a very interesting. When I remember when I watched a movie at a young age, I always like to see the progress.
Yeah.
Not the ending or the beginning, but the progress is always. And every project, every Hawaiki project has like the progress.
How many have run?
We got 4 groups.
Wow.
2 to Taiwan, 2 here.
Wow.
And how you recruit them and this group of youngsters who start from not knowing each other to build the relationship. It's a big group of kids. So, you're bound to see someone like someone doesn't like someone, but then the connections they made are really genuine and they still have the connections now. And it shows you that how everyone is different and it opens people's mind.
But that's the only one in New Zealand, is that there's no similar program projects like what you started.
Yeah, well, our one is very community focused. It's not commercial or...
I understand.
Yeah, so it's not fake. It's small.
Oh, it's not the size. I mean, like what you say is that opportunity to make a real difference and impact.
Yeah, and it helps for the future. You probably won't see it now, but you see the futures. You see how our young people have the confidence in telling people that I've been in Taiwan and I've been in Asia. I've seen things. Not saying that they won't be able to, but then we bring what we actually have. They actually been able to experience that earlier. That was great, and it's really rewarding.
How old were they? Like most of the children were.
We literally choose from 10 to 15.
Oh, wow.
So they're not at the age to go to pub. They can't.
And they're still at that development phase where they can learn about who they are. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really amazing.
And then you see the Taiwanese Indigenous kids, when they come, the moment they go to the marae, the moment they go to the sea, go to the creek, they keep saying that this is similar to home.
Wow.
And you just feel like it's tiring, but it's very rewarding.
Well, I can imagine that. Like, that must be, I mean, from fundraising, like planning flights, like the whole 2 weeks event journey, that's big job. And then you guys also have to accompany all of them, just make sure that they say it. And then it's tiring.
It is, but like I said, I'm always lucky. I got the easy job.
Yeah. You always say that you got an easy job. Let's tell me the easy job.
I only have to organize the fundraising, make sure the fundraising work well, and then
fundraising is a big event. Yeah.
Yeah, but they compare with planning for the whānau, planning the contents and training the young people.
But people don't know, usually it's just not one thing going on with your life. Usually it's like 4 or 5 things going on at the same time. So when you say just one thing, I know it's not just one thing. Like to you, it's like there's other things that going on as well as your kids. So
happening at the same time. At one stage, I was saying to people that I actually take 5 jobs at the same time.
Yeah.
But that was very rewarding. And sitting there listening to the stories, the untold stories, it's really, I think it's really privileged.
I tell you, the reason why we keep looking out is because of my cats. Now it's outside looking in, so that's why, I'll keep looking at outside.